The Secret Alliance. Above, how Cold War enemies built humanity's greatest laboratory. Orbiting high above Earth, the International Space Station stands as a symbol of global cooperation and human ingenuity. This remarkable laboratory travels at over 17,000 miles per hour, circling the planet every 90 minutes. Astronauts from around the world live and work together, conducting groundbreaking experiments in science, medicine, and technology. The space station not only advances our understanding of space, but also inspires future generations to reach for the stars, reminding us of what humanity can achieve together. Picture this. It's 1993, and two former superpowers who spent decades pointing nuclear missiles at each other are now shaking hands over blueprints for humanity's most ambitious construction project, 400 kilometers above Earth. What began as the ultimate symbol of Cold War rivalry would become the most unlikely partnership in human history, fundamentally changing how we live, work, and survive on the planet below. The International Space Station didn't emerge from some grand utopian vision of unity. It was born from desperation, geopolitical chess moves, and the sobering realization that after the Soviet Union's collapse, both Russia and America faced a choice: compete themselves into bankruptcy, or achieve together what neither could accomplish alone. The unlikely genesis of orbital diplomacy. The story begins not with rockets and laboratories, but with a phone call that would reshape human civilization. In 1993, Vice President Al Gore placed a call to Russian Prime Minister Viktor Chernomyrdin. The Russians, reeling from economic collapse, were hemorrhaging aerospace talent to anyone willing to pay, including nations America desperately didn't want possessing advanced rocket technology. The solution? Hire them first. What emerged was the Gore-Chernomyrdin Commission, a marriage of necessity that would transform former enemies into partners 250 miles above Earth. The Russians brought decades of long-duration spaceflight expertise from their Mir program, while Americans contributed the space shuttle's heavy-lift capabilities and cutting-edge technology. Europe, Japan, and Canada joined this orbital United Nations, each contributing critical components that made the impossible possible. But here's what makes this story truly remarkable. They were building something that had never been attempted before, a permanently inhabited research laboratory in the vacuum of space, assembled piece by piece while hurtling around Earth at 17,500 miles per hour. Engineering the impossible construction began in 1998 with the launch of Zarya, the Russian-built control module that would serve as the station's early backbone. Over the next decade, astronauts and cosmonauts performed a construction ballet in zero gravity, connecting modules, unfurling solar arrays larger than a football field, and creating a structure that would stretch the length of a football field if placed on Earth. The engineering challenges were staggering. How do you join modules built on different continents, using different measurement systems, by workers who spoke different languages? How do you create a life support system reliable enough to keep humans alive for months at a time, with the nearest rescue hundreds of miles below? The answer lay in unprecedented international cooperation and obsessive attention to redundancy. Every critical system had backups, and those backups had backups. By 2011, the ISS was complete, a 450-ton orbital city with more pressurized living space than a 6-bedroom house, powered by solar arrays generating enough electricity for 30 homes, and equipped with laboratories that would make ground-based researchers weep with envy. The hidden revolution in your medicine cabinet. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn that directly touches your daily life. While politicians celebrated international cooperation and engineers marveled at the construction feat, something quieter but more profound was happening inside those laboratory modules. A revolution in human health. In the unique environment of microgravity, where the normal rules of physics don't apply, researchers discovered they could grow protein crystals larger and more perfect than any achieved on Earth. This wasn't just scientific curiosity. These crystals became the foundation for understanding diseases and developing treatments that were impossible to create in terrestrial laboratories. Today, medications sitting in your medicine cabinet owe their existence to research conducted 250 miles above your head. Salmonella vaccines that protect millions of people worldwide were developed using ISS research. Advanced cancer treatments, including more effective chemotherapy drugs, emerged from protein crystallization experiments in zero gravity. The station's unique environment allowed scientists to observe how cancer cells behave differently without gravity's influence, leading to breakthrough treatments that have saved countless lives. But the medical contributions go deeper than individual drugs. The ISS became humanity's laboratory for understanding what happens to the human body during long-term space travel, research that unexpectedly revolutionized medicine on Earth. Studies of bone density loss in astronauts led to better treatments for osteoporosis. Research on muscle atrophy in space resulted in improved rehabilitation techniques for bedridden patients and the elderly. The technology transfer that transformed Earth. The ISS didn't just advance medicine. It catalyzed technological innovations that now permeate daily life. The water purification systems designed to recycle every drop of moisture on the station, including astronaut urine and humidity from the air, became the basis for advanced water treatment systems, serving communities worldwide. NASA's Environmental Control and Life Support System technology now provides clean water in disaster zones and remote locations where traditional infrastructure fails. The station's advanced fire suppression systems, designed to work without gravity, led to more effective fire safety technology in hospitals and submarines. The compact, efficient life support systems developed for the ISS influenced everything from air purification systems in modern buildings to portable medical devices that can function in extreme environments. Perhaps most significantly, the ISS served as a testing ground for technologies that would later revolutionize Earth-based industries. Advanced materials developed for the harsh environment of space found applications in everything from more durable smartphone screens to lighter, stronger automotive components that improve fuel efficiency. The unexpected economic engine. The ISS also became something its creators never anticipated, an economic catalyst for an entirely new industry. The station demonstrated that complex operations could be conducted routinely in space, laying the groundwork for today's commercial space industry. Companies like SpaceX, which now regularly ferry crew and cargo to the ISS, built their business models on the foundation of reliable, routine space access that the station created. The ISS proved that space wasn't just a destination for national prestige projects, but a place where real work could be done, real products could be manufactured, and real profits could be made. Today's commercial space stations, space manufacturing facilities, and space tourism industries all trace their origins to lessons learned from ISS operations. The laboratory that redefined possibility. As we look toward the future, with the ISS scheduled for retirement in the early 2030s, its true legacy becomes clear. It wasn't just a symbol of international cooperation or a marvel of engineering, though it was certainly both. The ISS was humanity's first successful attempt at creating a permanent foothold beyond Earth, a proof of concept that we could not only survive in space, but thrive there. The medications in your medicine cabinet, the water purification technology serving communities worldwide, the advanced materials in your smartphone, the commercial space industry launching satellites that provide your GPS navigation, all of these trace their origins to experiments and innovations aboard the International Space Station. In the end, the greatest achievement of the ISS wasn't that former enemies learned to work together, remarkable as that was. It was that in learning to live and work in the ultimate extreme environment, humanity discovered new ways to live and work better on Earth. The station floating silently overhead isn't just a testament to human ingenuity and cooperation. It's the laboratory where we learn to be more human, healthier, and more capable of tackling the challenges that face us on the only planet we can call home. The next time you take a medication, drink purified water, or use any of countless technologies that emerged from ISS research, remember, you're benefiting from humanity's greatest collaborative achievement, a space station built by former enemies who discovered that our common humanity is stronger than any earthly division.